who's normally so assured of himself, the young man. I just wonder, Roshan, how much this is playing in ahead. Of course, they've talked about the psychology of coming into this and knowing the history, Roshan. You can't ignore it. There's 5 editions, 5 finals you've been to, 5 that you've lost. It's in there somewhere in the psyche, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's something that has mystified me for years and years, and I've spoken about it previously. I don't think there's an easy answer to it. Probably need like an entire series of shows to really go and investigate it. But I'm amazed by it. I'm amazed at that record. And you think with this young side, you have perhaps an opportunity to, shake off some of that. I'm going to use the word failure, but I mean, I don't think making the final is that much of a failure.
Oh, here's Rona looking at Borden Pala to get on the end of it. Right hand side has really caused problems, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're all over this Indonesian team.
I just wonder, Roshan, whether they've thought, well, it's not Pratama there. The pace he's got. Edo Febriancha's barely played.
I think he's ready, At a certain point, you think of players like Kwang Hai, you think of players like Super Chok, they reach a certain level, and then they sort of improve. You feel like they need to move on.
Yeah, it's a step, isn't it, that a lot of these footballers will need to take. A few of these Thai footballers have done it. Of course, we've mentioned Thanatip, Tirasin has done it in the past. Tiraton, of course, has just returned from Japanese football. Can be done. Kawin has played in Belgium. Here come Indonesia. Free kick. Rafael Dewanga, he's gone short. Is this what they were planning to do? Well, here's Irfan. They've dealt with that pretty well. Fist and go, clears it.
It's going back to Witan because he was on the end of that one in the penalty area. And initially, every time he's on the ball, and obviously Thailand would have looked at this in the analysis, they would have looked at Witan as one of the players that obviously they have to keep an eye on. And every time he's gotten the ball so far, especially in those central positions, Thailand have been very quick to make sure that they close him down. Done well there too. Close down, Siwara. Steady. Leading the press.
Interesting that Indonesia have really rotated their forwards, haven't they? It looked for a while that Ezra Walian was the first choice striker. Then we've had Didik Setiawan, we've had Kushejo, we've had Hanis. They all bring something a little bit different, don't they?
Yes, that playing profile, a different style of player, different type of player that they've got. But what they perhaps are lacking is a real pure sort of finisher.
Not so many goals scored by the strikers at the moment. Ezra Walian with a couple. Kanate won't get there.
And look, I mean, players who can finish are difficult to find, difficult to come by. Thailand have been blessed with some wonderful...
Yep. An important touch. Now Irfan. Overlapping run. Edo Febriancha. Away by Kritsada. Double header from him to make sure.
Yeah, listen, I mean, obviously some mind games, right, at play.
We've enjoyed that. We've really enjoyed that.
I've just loved it. You know, we've seen the battles on the pitch, the tactical battles on the pitch, and the coaches as well on the touchline. You know,
This man does not hold back.
He doesn't, and he's such an experienced coach as well. So I mean, trust him. He knows what he's doing, especially in these press conferences.
Absolutely. Look, he talked about, I've won 20-odd titles as a manager and player. Of course, he was a bit of a legend at Seongnam. Won 6 league titles there and won the Champions League with them as a manager as well, and did so well with Korea, won the AFF Cup and then beat Germany in the World Cup in 2018. And he said, I want to transfer some of that mentality to my players. He said, Indonesians are too nice, too friendly. I don't want him to be so friendly. He speaks his mind, Roshan. That might rub people up the wrong way sometimes. As Thailand comes forward here with Supachok. Is there a foul there? Yes, it is.
Well, that was really well worked by Thailand again. They're a joy to watch in possession. I mean, the way they sort of worked it out from under pressure down that left-hand side, switch of play, find a link in Supachok there, who was aware enough to hold on to it. He knew he had to sort of wait for the run of the roller on the outside of him. Was able to turn away from that pressure, win a free kick in a really good position. No Tirathon for them though.
Yeah, this would be something he'd like to step up for. This is fairly central. A bit of a discussion.
He's not too bad as well, to be fair, Bodin.
Saying, I want this one. Here's Bordin. We had a classic free kick from not too far away from that position a few days ago, Roshan. It'd be pretty hard to replicate that. But the final will be the perfect place to do it.
Yeah, I think he his technique. You can see he's already looking up as he wants to hit that Bordin. His head goes up before he makes contact with the ball.
Sivarak, who's had to come in for Chachai, who sustained an injury on that second leg. Filled in very, very well. Elias Dola gets the header first. Delightful ball from Chanatip. Here's Bordin, he's looking for some support. It was excellent work, wasn't it, from Asnawi. He's tenacious.
Irfan. Here's another close-up for
Overload. Udah dia kan 200 ya 300 lah. Overload.
you. Goes right through the back of Alternative's leg there.
Ini kamu terbayang kumaha.
Difficulty is when you look at your domestic leagues and all your strikers are essentially foreign signings.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for then the local strikers to get much game time or to really make an impact.
Of course, Thai strikers go back to like Jackson and Piapong and legendary players. Looking pensive, but I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted with what he's seen. A little flick on there from Superchok. Rodi won't get to it. Kritsada. Now Roller. He's got Irfan right in his tail. He's done well here, Roller. Superchok. Now Wiratek. Well, I just seem to have acres of space and time on the ball. Indonesia not able to get close. Tristan Doe. Now Board Impala. It's not happening at the moment for the Indonesians, and he's applauding these efforts.
Yeah, he's applauding the pressing.
Not bad for a side that doesn't keep possession, apparently, Russian. There was a little jibe in the press conference, wasn't there? And they've got 77% of the ball, and they're doing a lot with it as well, aren't they? But here come Indonesia. With an important touch. Now Irfan. Overlapping run. Edo Febriansyah. Away by Kritsada. Double header from him to make sure.
Yeah, listen, I mean, obviously some mind games, right, at play.
We've enjoyed that. We've really enjoyed that.
I've just loved it. You know, we've seen the battles on the pitch, the tactical battles on the pitch, and the coaches as well on the touchline. You know,
This man does not hold back.
He doesn't, and he's such an experienced coach as well. So I mean, trust him. He knows what he's doing, especially in these press conferences.
Absolutely. Look, he talked about, I've won 20-odd titles as a manager and player. Of course, he was a bit of a legend at Seongnam. Won 6 league titles there and won the Champions League with them as a manager as well, and did so well with Korea, won the AFF Cup and then beat Germany in the World Cup of 2018. And he said, I want to transfer some of that mentality to my players. He said, Indonesians are too nice, too friendly. I don't want him to be so friendly. He speaks his mind, well, shouldn't that man rub people off the wrong way sometimes? As Thailand come forward here with Superchok. Is there a foul there? Yes, it is.
Well, that was really well worked by Thailand again. They're a joy to watch in possession. I mean, the way they sort of worked it out from under pressure down that left-hand side, switch of play, find a link in Superchok there, who was aware enough to hold on to it. He knew he had to sort of wait for the run of the Roller on the outside of him. He was able to turn away from that pressure, win a free kick in a really good position. No Tirathon for them though.
Yeah, this would be something he'd like to step up for. This is fairly central. A bit of a discussion.
He's not too bad as well, to be fair, Bodin.
Pala is saying, I want this one. Here's Bordin. We had a classic free kick from not too far away from that position a few days ago, Roshan. It'd be pretty hard to replicate that. But the final will be the perfect place to do it.
Yeah, I think he is his technique. You can see he's already looking up as he wants to hit that, Bordin. His head goes up before he makes contact with the ball.
There's Sivarak, who's had to come in for Chachai. sustained an injury in that second leg. Filled in very, very well. Elias Dola gets the header first. Delightful ball from Chanatip. Here's Gordon, he's looking for some support. Excellent work, wasn't it, from Asnawi. He's tenacious, but has conceded a free kick here.
Really good battle.
Oh, he's found some space there, Tirasin, and the shot is wide. He wants that second.
The combinations are just outstanding from Thailand. I mean, the way they're able to just pass it through this Indonesian side, it's just too easy. And they're making it, they are making it look easy. It's not easy, but they're making it look so simple. And again, pressing here to win the ball back.
Here's Tristan Doe. They've got a corner here, Thailand. There was a moment in that earlier move where Rahmat was talking to Risky about going for the man, track him, keep an eye on him. They're not able to, Roshan, at the moment. The movement is amazing.
Keep up with the level, the quality, the pace of the movement, and how quickly the ball is moving as well. You see it from Thailand. It's 1 and 2 touch play. 1 and 2 touch play, and it moves on to the next player. And then when they need to show that quality, that individual quality to beat a man or to hang on to it, to draw players towards them before releasing it into space, they know when to do that as well. Awareness of the spaces that they're in. They're just in complete control of this game so far.
Chanatip. Well, they're going to go short. Well, they do, but it's to Kritsada. Charge down by Didik Setiawan. It's a foul by the Thai skipper.
They lose it, they press again, can't win it, foul, stop the play, get everyone back into defensive shape, get themselves organised. That experience coming in, handy. And speaking of experience, you brought up average ages earlier. I had a bit of a chuckle to myself because I remember speaking to Haris Harun, Singapore captain, recently, and was asking about Singapore being the oldest side in the competition and whether that was a cause for concern. He said he doesn't think so because the only reason the average age is up so high is because of Hassan Sani. So, and I was thinking about Thailand, and you mentioned Thailand.
Yeah.
Second oldest?
Yeah, second oldest. Siwarak is...
Siwarak is what, 37?
Correct. So he's bringing the average up. Flag has stayed down for Didik. Out by Elias Dola. We're going to have the first Indonesian corner. Now he's just having a chat here with Asnawi Shintae-yong. I think he's just trying to organise that defence, isn't he?
I think he's just trying to make sure that they're shifting together as a unit and staying tight and moving together, because at times they're getting dragged out of position.
Using the assistant coach Nova Arianto to translate his thoughts. But it's up the other end at the moment that Indonesia focus our attentions on. Sada had being fouled. The referee will not let that corner be complete.
Well, there's a foul there on Kritsada. This goes for a bit of a lie down.
Well, it's been that easy for them, is it, at the back? They haven't really been troubled, have they, Russian, at the other end? No shots at all, no attempts. They've barely got to the final third, Indonesia. And you contrast that with 7 shots from Thailand. 4 of them inside the box, 2 of them on target. If we're being really picky, Roshan, should there be a goal or 2 more? higher than what they've got now? That's been really critical though, isn't it? It's just been a joy to watch.
Being hyper critical. I mean, there's always going to be something you can pick out, right?
That looked the late challenge by Elias Dola. Play will continue for the moment. Dola's walking away. Elias Dola, he knows exactly what's going to happen next. Rahmat Irianto, late challenge on him.
That's a late challenge, and he's gone lunging in from quite far off. It looks like Irianto could be okay. Good challenge from Dola.
Part of their naturalised contingent. Elias Dola, born in Sweden. Moved to Thailand a couple of years ago. 1.96 metres. By the way, he's just gone down now, Elias Dola.
Yeah, I think he felt a bit of strain there. He was actually, as he ran off and tried to run away from the referee, he felt a bit of strain. Looks like he could have just jarred his knee, perhaps.
So they've got, there's a problem here. There's no Manuel Beer. They've got Powie.
Yeah.
If they need. Let's remind you of the goal.
I mean, it's great work, you know. Just again these triangles here. Superchok just peeling out to the right-hand side initially. Roller with that underlapping run on the inside of him. Ability to beat a couple of players, and then on the defensive side, the two Indonesian central midfielders getting completely dragged across and not winning the ball there. Both players getting dragged across into that position. It's left that gap for Chanatip to then have a shot at goal there. The central defenders couldn't step up quickly enough into him. Wonderful work from Thailand on the right-hand side. Great work from Roller, and then a fine finish. Quality finish from Chanatip. Comes into him first time. Into the back of the net. No chance for Nadeo.
But taking some time here with Dola, Elias Dola, who's not walking particularly comfortably, and I think they just want a word here on what to do next. Polking is still asking, what's the assessment? He's been told just to hold off for a minute.
Poklo has just gone off to increase the intensity of his warm-up.
For a second there, did we think he was going to possibly come on there, but it is going to be Elias Dola to return to the pitch, it looks like at the moment. That's the first attempt for the Indonesians.
Yeah, and again, the player who starts it is Kambuaya with a wonderful driving run. He's carrying the ball forward, creating that bit of space for Asnawi. Really drifted in field, didn't he, Asnawi? On his left foot. A bit more encouragement from Indonesia, perhaps. With Kambuaya, if they can try and find him on the ball a little bit more. He's got that capacity to run with it. The interesting thing with Kambuaya, just talking to one of the Indonesian backroom staff, said that when they went to scout a match, they weren't particularly looking at him, but he was the outstanding player in that game that they went to watch, and they thought, you know, this guy could make a big difference on the international stage, and that's how he was really sort of first spotted and brought into the setup. You can see confirmation there. Dola is not going to be fit enough to continue.
There's a problem there for Dola. Now, the like-for-like change would be Powie. We saw Bokla Anand stripping off. They are going to have to make that change. They don't have too many other options. And that is a real shame for Elias Dola. And we'll be hoping that he might be available for the second leg. Remember, in the second leg they moved to a back three. in the second half. Well, good luck to those guys trying to